Hello, witches. This is Hekterios. Welcome back to the channel. And I am just so sorry for how much I have missed on these readings and how late I am with this one. I have been super busy. I also was under the weather for a couple days this week. But I'm all better now. And I am back to go ahead and do the weekly reading for this week. I know it's already the middle of the week. It's Wednesday. But I'm going to go ahead and just do this as a weekly reading anyways for this week. And, just maybe a little bit of retrospect. For the last couple days will show up in the reading, but it will still be good for today and the following 2 days of this week, okay? So this is the weekly reading for February 20th through the 24th, 2017. All right. And after this, I will just be back on track with doing the readings, beforehand and all of that. So the dark moon is coming up this weekend on the 26th. And it's going to be a partial solar eclipse as well on that day. So I'll be doing a reading for that separately, as always. But I point that out in this reading because that's some of the energy. We're in between eclipses right now because on this past dark moon we had an eclipse. On this past full moon we had a lunar eclipse. Now we're moving to the dark moon and we're going into a partial solar eclipse. So we had a partial lunar eclipse. Now we're having a partial solar eclipse. So we're in this in-between area. And that just has an energetic influence on all of the days between, okay? So, things are transforming, things are changing very quickly and rapidly. And also there's just a lot going on, so you may have noticed that your life has just been hectic lately, a little bit chaotic, and you really have to keep tabs on things, including your health, okay? Because I did get sick. I'm not really sick, but just not feeling so great the last couple days because of how spread thin I was on all these different things going on in my life. And I know that it's been that way for a lot of people with the energies. So just make sure that you're taking care of yourself and staying grounded and centered in all of this energy, especially this week. I guess that's relevant to this week's reading, because I felt like saying that in this video. So let's just see what the cards say, though. Now I align myself with the Most High God and the Holy Spirit Hecate. Please communicate the truth to me through these cards so that I may be guided for the highest good of all. Thank you. And so mote it be. Please give us your divine guidance for this week so that we may use the energies for our highest good, greatest success, and joy. Thank you, and so mote it be. It feels good to be doing these readings again. I don't know if y'all just heard my door pop right when I said that. All right. So the first card that we have coming into the week, so this is more towards the beginning of the week, we had the Queen of Pentacles. And this was about, it's funny, taking care of yourself. The Queen of Pentacles is making sure that all of your security is established, because it's when we are taking care of ourselves and our needs and all the different criteria to make sure that we are stable and secure and abundant and healthy, that we are able to help other people the most and be helpful and supportive and nurturing to other people. So the Queen of Coins. So this is also taking care of your finances and your health and your home and hearth. All of that was in focus at the beginning of this week. And I'm thinking that it's becoming more stable as we progress into this week. Now it's Wednesday as I'm recording this, so hopefully this is more stabilized and you did the work that this card advises, and now you're able to go forward from a more centered and grounded and secure structure. The next card that we have is the Hermit. So with this card's energy, it's about kind of isolation. Not in a negative sense, but it's more like self-imposed isolation. This doesn't have to mean physically, as far as like being around other people and stuff like that. It could just mean mentally or spiritually, detaching from others, kind of keeping to yourself, keeping quiet. Could also just mean being a really good listener to others. Giving advice and counsel. The less that you talk, the more that you hear, and the more information that comes to you and that you take in and gather. And it's not just from other people. Information comes to you when you're quiet, when you're kind of isolating yourself mentally. So, stopping talking so much to other people, or distracting yourself with TV or being online on social media and different things like that. The more that divine higher information will come into your mind from these higher sources, where you're not being distracted on the mundane earthly level by communicating with people, or once again, like I said, with media and things like that. You will actually open the door for divine and higher information to come in, either from your own higher self, from the source, the creator, God, whatever you want to call it. The divine will also be flooding you with information and insight. And so there's that as well. So this card coming up this week is an energy of kind of, I want to say, recalibrating. We need to get back in touch with the divine. Maybe things have been so hectic recently that we have kind of lost touch, or got out of sync with our divine gnosis, with our divine plan, with our higher selves, um, goals, choices, and guidance. And so this card's coming up this week to remind us to take time to get back in touch with that. Once again, even if you cannot physically isolate yourself like the hermit, you can mentally and spiritually and emotionally distance yourself from whatever your physical self is in or experiencing. You could be in a room full of people in a crowded workplace environment and still put your mind detached from that, okay, in such a way that this other information and other ideas and concepts can come into your mind that has nothing to do with the physical environment around you. Okay, hopefully that makes sense to y'all. Because I don't think that the hectic energy is really going to stop until after this solar eclipse passes on the 26th, and it may take a few more days after that for the hectic energy to really die down. So just be sure that you're staying connected to your higher wisdom, and despite anything of what's going on around you, try to keep that centered mindedness, pretty much, okay? Trying to see if any other messages are coming through with this card today. You may feel like there's a lot of responsibility on you. You may feel like even if you're involved with a team, with coworkers, with family, you may feel like for some reason more responsibility is being laid on you than anyone else, type of thing. So if that's the case, just really call on the divine to help you during this week, because whenever we're being our best self, whenever we are being responsible people, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, the divine really does like that and really does come to your aid when you call on it, okay? So if you are in some kind of situation like that, you can call on divine help with things, and it does work, okay? Just be serious and reach out in your own words and call on it by whatever name, by whatever force of energy that you believe the divine to be. It doesn't matter. All that matters is your relationship with it and your sincerity, okay? So stay strong. And if you feel like you're getting weak, call on divine strength into you and to aid you. Now, the next card, or the final card that we have this week, is the Page of Wands. And this is an energy of really looking at things as a journey, okay? Things may be hectic right now. Things may be fast-paced, quick changing, and things like that. But we need to remember to stay adaptable and to stay as a perpetual student, as a perpetual adventurer. Life is a journey. Like literally, it is a journey. You will constantly be going somewhere, be on the move, There will be constant growth. There will be constant change. So don't get in this mindset where you think that anything is going to be permanent, or that you desire it to be too permanent. You know, life is a journey. You're constantly on this journey of life. So understand that life is not a perpetual, permanent, stable thing. It's a process. It's a journey. It's a travel through life. Okay. So with all these changes that are going on and all this hectic, fast-paced energy, this is actually a time of great opportunity. Okay. Rather than to view it as, rather than to view the chaotic energy as something to fear because it's threatening your permanence or your stability, view it more as just transformational energy. It's bringing new opportunities into your life. It's bringing in new situations, predicaments, circumstances. Yes, it will bring in new challenges as well, but that comes with positive things as well, positive changes as well. And even challenges can bring you to higher levels of consciousness as you overcome them and as you work to overcome them. So just remember that life is a journey, and it's not something that's just a permanent, stable thing, or that has a permanent fix. It's always going to be a journey, and you're always going to be traveling through it. So take advantage of these times like this when it's all hectic and chaotic and things are changing, because there's opportunities there for you to grow, for you to gain, for you to heal, for you to just be swept off your feet, for you to get surprises, windfalls and blessings into your life that would never have come had it not been for life causing these crazy things to happen. Okay? So just stay with the energy of this card. It's like telling you by the end of this week, I think that most of us will be shifted into this new mindset of kind of embracing everything of what's going on, as a student, as a traveler, as a soul on life's journey. Be excited about it. You should be excited that you don't know what is to come in your life. You should be excited that there's lots of mysteries and surprises around the corner. Some of them are challenges, but some of them are also blessings. Embrace it with excitement. Embrace it with optimism. Embrace it with a determination and a steadfastness. You be the stable being in your life, okay? You be the calm in the storm. You be the stone, the unmoving, unchanging stone, in the sense of, you're only anchored to your determination to continue forward, to persist, to overcome. Okay, let that be your rock and your foundation. Everything else is changeable. The entire world around you, your entire environment, your home, your job, the people in your life, all of that, it's not really under your control anyways. Okay? You have an influence on it, but it's not really under your command in a permanent sense of the word. I mean, you can influence through your words, through your actions, through your magic. You can influence the world around you, but you can't actually ever fully control it fully, okay? But you can control yourself fully. So just keep that in mind when it comes to the end of this week. If you are not naturally kind of put there by the end of this week, by all the energy that's going on with the astrology and all of that already. I'm just seeing if anything else comes to me. I think most of us will be like I said with the Hermit card, I think that most of us will just kind of be recalibrated this week. If you're not already experiencing that by this Wednesday when I'm recording this video. There's a recalibration happening. A new mindset. All these hectic changes are kind of pushing you in the direction of adapting the mindset of a beginner again. You should always keep the mindset of a beginner, no matter how far along you get in life. Keep the mindset of a beginner. Okay, absorb as much as you can from what's around you. All right. There's so much information around us, constantly what's going on. For me as a psychic, as an oracle, I constantly pay attention to my environment and what's going on around me. Everything is relevant. From the smallest thing, okay? It's all relevant. It's all telling you something at an instinctual level, okay? So just pay attention to that, definitely, and see where it takes you. Embrace that mystery. All right, y'all. I'll be right back with some other videos and updates. All right, blessed be.